G'day viewers, and a special shout out to the fellow that said that, like, yeah, great vlog mate, but you need to have a shave and wash your hair. So I thought I would specifically not do both of those things tonight for this little vlog. It's just about money and carrying it in Bali. So basically in Southeast Asia, I mean, it's not Bali specific, but you need to look poor, you know. If you're going shopping and like you're carrying a wealth of riches, they know what Tag Heuer watches are, they know what gold looks like, they know what good quality silver looks like, and so you're probably going to pay a little bit more. But more than that, like, you know, if you're going out in the daytime, you know, just... Initially when I went to Bali, like, I used to wear cargo pants. How much do we love cargo pants? And then just sort of used to spread my money around in the different pockets, and also in my shoes. So that in my socks, and then in my shoes, and then like wherever else I could think to hide it. No, not there. Not what you're thinking. So that's kind of a good idea in the daytime. Like, just keep it simple. Don't have your wallet hanging out of your back pocket, you boys wearing stubbies and singlets. There's pickpockets in every country, and they're actually the last time I tried to get pickpocketed was at Tanalot in that video that I shot for you guys, and there I go again with the guys, a few guys and gals. And yeah, he was really bad at it, so I just sort of let him continue, because I was like filming, and I'm like holding up my, like this, I'm holding up my GoPro, right, and going like, I'm looking at Tanalot and I'm really concentrated on that, and I just feel this little sort of tickle in my right pocket, and I knew that I didn't have money in that right pocket, so I thought, yeah mate, do your best, that's all good. All my money is in my left pocket. So yeah, you know, especially at tourist attractions and especially in busy areas. But at night, there's a whole different story. And basically in the nightclub areas in Kuta, and you know, to a lesser extent Seminyak probably. I think Seminyak's fine. I can't say. But certainly in Jakarta, and if you choose to travel up there, you know, these places can be dangerous, like any nightclub. So just assume that you're in King's Cross, Australia, or that you're in St Kilda, you know, on the main street. I don't even know if there is a dangerous street in St Kilda anymore, is there? But just assume that, you know, you don't want to really brag and look proud and like wear all of this amazing clothing and jewelry and stuff hanging off you. And if you've got makeup on, sorry ladies, I'm very sorry, but it's funny to watch, because like people come into Bali, and you can see them on the, you just know if they've just arrived, or it's their second or third day. They're still doing makeup, and they're still sort of, you know, naivety, I guess is the word. And then after that time, you see them again, and like, it's like, oh, bugger the makeup, it's too bloody hot, you know, and like, who cares anyway, because everybody loves me here, doesn't matter if I wear makeup or not. I mean, this vlog is not about makeup, but yeah, like in the night time, don't be. I've already done this, like on my Patreon page. I have a Patreon page, but I have nobody's actually bothered to join my Patreon page yet, which is understandable. So I'll do it now for free here, right here on YouTube. Don't be showing off. Like, if you go to a club in Seminyak, yes, you need to dress up a little bit, but that literally just means, like, for men, like long pants and, you know, a nice shirt perhaps. I got in with a t-shirt and shorts. And for ladies, you know, wear whatever you want. But I mean, maybe it's even a little bit easier for ladies, because you can sort of see that they're not carrying any money. And maybe it's a credit card tucked somewhere discreetly into some discreet part. This is getting so weird. It didn't start out this way. How is it getting so weird? But you know, if you're a bloke, and especially if you're on your own, like male or female, in Bali, then you are going to want to dress down, put different pieces of money all over you if you can. And somebody asked about bum bags. Well, yeah, I've got this. I think I've shown you this before, but I've got this thing which I carry my cameras in, which is a zoom light, and like whilst it doesn't look very spectacular, it sort of goes over your being like this, and through here it has wire cables, so you can't cut it with scissors or even a Stanley knife. It's not going to happen because there's wires through that side and through that side there, yeah. And then it's got all of these sort of locks available, so it's got this little thing here that you can then sort of latch onto there like that, so that will ensure that you can't unzip it quickly, because it's all about sort of opportunity for thieves. So I can't even undo it. It's like, yeah, and it's got a ridiculous amount of options. So on the back it's got this huge pocket here, and then inside it's got another sort of huge zippy uppy pocket, and you can carry your passport. Well, you wouldn't carry your passport, but you can carry a copy of your passport in there, and then it's got another little sort of slip down thingy in there, and then it's got, like, you know, a place, I'm not sure what that's all about. I guess that's just for a pen or something, or I don't know. Zippers in the front, as I said, lockable. So I'm not promoting zoom light, although if they do give me some money, I'll sort of continue to promote them. Yeah, so it's just like a bum bag that goes over your shoulder, right? You get it? And it just sort of sits like that. And that works for me because it's up front and I can see it and I know what's in there, and like, how can somebody take that off you? I'm not sure. They'd have to really like tackle you and sort of, you know, beat you up and shit, which, you know, can happen at times. So yeah, that's a pretty good example. Bum bags, you know, again, like, if it's hanging off your hip and it's cuttable with scissors or a Stanley knife, then it's not, perhaps not the best way to go, but, you know, it's so rare. I mean, I've actually never had it happen, but I also do know that most Balinese in the streets carry knives. Most. They all carry, like, sort of shanks or knives, like some little sort of thing that can just sort of go and cut your thing off. And I had my big camera out, which I'm filming on at the moment, but you can imagine I had this, for instance, camera out, and I was filming in like the bigger version of this. I was filming when I filmed the nightclub thing in Kuta, which has now got 55,000 views. Can you believe it? That's like amazing. What I've got on this, right, the reason that I do this is because it's got a little hand grip, and then I can just sort of tighten that up, although I can't because I'm retarded. So you just sort of tighten that down onto your wrist, and then you've got your camera. And so that sort of works for me in that at least I've got sort of two forms of security, right? So I don't think you really want to be wandering around in any country, and I'm talking about any country. You don't really want to be wandering around with loose stuff. So this camera, I'll just show you, right? This is the GoPro Session, and I love this thing so much. But this is the actual camera. That's it. It's got a off and on button. You can tell it to do it. You can tell it to do it like voice. It's voice activated. But that's it. That's the camera. Now, if I'm walking around going like that, then someone would probably just go bang, and they're off on their motorbike. Someone may not, but you know, some people may. So I choose to use like that little water mount and the little wrist strap. Now for my other one, hang on a sec. For my main camera, like I use this, which is a dog lead, right? And this comes off the bottom of the stand of the camera. So this goes on my wrist. Duh. And then this attaches to the camera, right, as I walk around. Okay, look, it's overkill. Bali's very safe. Don't get freaked out. But why not be a little bit sort of creative with what you do security-wise? Yeah, in the nightclubs, carry money in your available pocket that you're happy to lose. So it's like, you know, like have your $50 or whatever in your main pocket, and then, you know, maybe you'll drop a bit when you've been drinking too much, or maybe somebody might sort of see that and sort of want it. I can't talk about policemen. And then, you know, a lot of people say carry 2 wallets in Bali. You know, I'm already getting crazy enough. It's already overkill. But in any country, like I've been to a lot of countries, America, Fiji, you know, all of Southeast Asia, etc. And not to brag, I always sound like I'm bragging or something, and I might sound a bit arrogant, but what I'm trying to do is give you the worst possible case scenario, and then you can go, okay, like, that's what Wazza says, and like, you know, but we're not, like, if you're just sort of having your breakfast, walking down the beach, having a beer, have your lunch, do a bit of shopping, and then go back to your hotel and have dinner somewhere, you know, it's not really a concern. You don't really need to be like crazy with your security, but you know, like, you're being watched, like that, like people know you, and there's, how can I say this, everybody in Bali is not Balinese, and therefore doesn't have those sort of beliefs. In Bali, like, if you steal something, then you'll be stoned. I think you'll still be stoned. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, I've never been stoned in Bali, but I'm pretty sure that you'll still be sort of literally have rocks thrown at you or something. I'm not sure. I mean, in Australia, like, if you're an Aboriginal and you do something wrong, you'll still be speared. You know, you'll have to stand up against the chiefs of the village, and you'll still have spears thrown at you for doing something wrong. So it's not that archaic. I mean, Australia still has that, or else, you know, you might be thrown in jail. So robbers in Bali, theft in Bali, security in Bali. I just thought I'd do a really quick sort of blah, blah, blah. And like, I guess you know, I just can't help myself from trying to help you. So hopefully that does help. So we've covered, like, you know, what to wear. Like, get rid of all your jewelry for sure. I mean, you know, if you're wearing this, like, I wouldn't be too much worried about that. It's like a bit of leather from Thailand. I wear like my grandfather's wedding ring, and this beautiful, what do you call it? Silver gold, you know, like white gold ring from one of my girlfriends from the 80s. And I still talk to her, she's gorgeous, and so is that. And this ring I love very much. Just as an aside, this ring she bought in a pawn shop, and it's white gold, and it's engraved on. It was already engraved on the inside, and it's got the infinity symbol, which is like an 8, and it also says forever, you know. And she bought it in a pawn shop, so that means like absolutely forever, or at least until I need the money when I have to pawn it, which she and I both loved. Like what a great sentiment, I thought. And she said to me at the time when she gave it to me, I thought I would pass on the sentiment, you know, and she did, and I've worn it ever since. And I talk to her every day. Well, not every day, but I just got back in touch with her. But I talk to her sort of 2 or 3 times a week. Gorgeous lady, famous singer in Los Angeles. Well, not really, but she's just done a cover with Jackson Browne. I always love dropping names, but yeah, she's just done a song with Jackson Browne. If you, for all you old folks that know about who that might be. Yeah, so security in Bali, dress nicely. Don't be wearing all of your big silver chains unless you actually are a bikie or you're carrying a knife or a gun, I don't know what you do. And then, yeah, just be cool. Keep your money in different places. If you ever, I've never been held up, but I've been stopped by police. And like, so if you get stopped by police on your motorbike, then they will say, you pay fine now. Okay, I can't even, I don't really want to go here, but let's just say that it's good to keep your money in different places on your person, especially your shoes. If you're not wearing shoes, then you're a bit stupid, aren't you? Because there's like glass and stuff and you might have to kick somebody in the head. No, no, don't do that. All right, that's it for this vlog. It was supposed to be a really short one, and they always are supposed to be really short ones, but I just can't help myself but to elaborate and sort of, you know, verbal diarrhea and sort of, what's the other word? Verbatim, you know, like at length. All right, have a great Sunday night. I'll try and get this up. I'll try and get this up now, like I try and get things up quite often. No, everything's working in that department, don't worry about that. So I'll try and get this up now. I'll get it up. It shouldn't be much of an edit, so I should be able to get it up by sort of 10 PM tonight, which is Sunday in Australia. All right, thank you very much for being on board. Love talking to you guys the other night. Let's do another live cross next weekend, like one of the days. I'll try and alert you. The best way to find out about that is that I'll announce it on my Facebook page. So my Facebook page is like, what is it? Hang on. It's like it's Bali YouTube, basically, in essence. I've got a URL, but if you just search Bali YouTube, and it's got like now I've gone to like the back to the really big blue gecko's eye, which is actually a some sort of a fierce warrior lizard, which I used to be from New Zealand, from my background. And no, sorry Kiwi John, I'm not exactly a warrior like you, but all right, thank you very much folks. And I always do this because Bali is like all about the om santi 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 om, and I'm always doing this, you know. I'll try and stop. It's, I don't know if it's respectful or disrespectful, but I'm back to watching telly right now whilst I edit this. I love yous all, and yeah, tune in for the next live one on the weekend. See ya.